Hi everyone and welcome back to our channel. On today's video we are going to be talking about how we structure Statamic components and most importantly how we can turn them from this into this. So without further ado, I have here a Statamic installation using our starter kit, and I've already npm installed this. So the only difference for now is on our composer.json, we have this handlers components file, and then we have tailwind merge Statamic file add-on. Sorry. So we have these two add-ons included on every site that we work on, and I think together they're very powerful on making composable components that you can reuse almost everywhere. So let me run npm run dev here. Oops. Okay, so I have this components demo, which I'm gonna copy. And okay, let me go to the second screen for a second and paste it here. So, okay, I guess I forgot to do hard link. Let me stop this. Okay, let's link this. Nice. Now let's run npm run dev again. Sorry. Okay, and now let's go back to the other page, refresh. Okay, so you see here I have a button base and a button outline. So I have a few headings here, and that's about it. So if I go back again here, okay, I can hide this for now. And so the only change here is if I go to resources, views, as in a lot of projects, you do have a components folder. So here, if we inspect the button file, the organization is a bit different. This is using Laravel Blade components. If you're not familiar with it, Laravel Blade components, basically, they're kind of the same thing as making a partial or a component with handlers. It's just that the way that you call them is a bit different. And I think you have a bit more power here with the PHP tag and all that stuff. You can use PHP in your handlers components too, but I just find this syntax a bit cleaner than what we have on handlers. So let's go over this props object or array. So here we have some defaults. So the variant is set to primary. Variant is going to be a prop, which is going to be accepted by the button component, and size is also a prop. So as by default is a button, here you can do as an href, a link, or whatever. So actually, if you type a URL, we already have the support, but this could be also a div. It's not going to be accessible, but it's a possibility. As you can see, the URL is set to null. Now here we have some base classes, we have some variants, primary, outline, and then some sizes. So these classes here are imploded into a string, and then we merge all the attributes using tailwind merge. So any class passed here, for example, if you want to change rounded to XL, you can override that because of tailwind merge add-on, which basically resolves all the conflicts with tailwind classes. So let's dive into how you can use this. So the good thing about this approach is if I go here to home, and as you can see here, okay, I'm going to remove this. So as you can see here, this is how we call the button, and that's our base button. So you can see it right here. And for example, let's see what we can do here. So, okay, we have a primary and an outline. There we go. The variant is outline, and these are the classes. So, okay, so for the primary class, let's say I would like the background to be something else. Let's do orange. So I can do class background orange 800, and let's go back. There it is. So this is automatically resolved for you. Although in our project we don't override the base styles a lot, because you know that just creates inconsistencies rather than like having another variant here. But yeah, like that's something you can do here. The good thing about the Statamic components here, the blade components, is that you can add anything here, like Alpine attributes or all of that. So if I were to pull here X data, and let's say this is an object, and let's say btn, I'll do just hello. So now let me remove this button base here, and let me do x text is btn. So if I go now back, you see it's just hello. And now I can do here something like on click btn equals world. So if I go back here, if I click world, so I think this is a bit easier than passing these kind of attributes on Antlers components, and I find this approach a bit easier. So this is also something that works really well with other components. For example, here we have a heading component, and to be honest, this is something that almost every project has, so you're going to use headings a lot. And if I go to our heading component, so let me click here. As you can see here, we have a size, we have a color, and then automatically they are defaulting to an H1 tag. So we just merge everything here, we do the S tag here, and that's about it. So now this will render, this now will render an H1 tag with this size. So if I were to change something, I can either override the classes because of Tailwind merge, or I can just add another variant here. Both options work. It really depends on what's your end goal. So this is also a lot better than repeating the classes or having an let's say a partial here where you do components / heading, and then here you would have label heading 1, and then size would be H1. So we find this method a bit more convenient than writing this down. Also, it just sticks to like HTML templates, so that's also nice. And yeah, we can do basically anything with this. So we then have another component that we have it as default on all our projects, and that's the prose component. So if you have a BART or a Markdown, you know that the output of that will be HTML, right? So in order to style that, you usually approach to something like prose, Tailwind typography, so you can style all the classes. Now, these kind of components, we usually have them repeated on sections, on descriptions, basically everywhere. And this is a very clean approach of using them by just wrapping them in a component, and it just works. So here in each project, we just change the primary color, which is in this case dark 800. We add some additional stuff here based on the design, and that's it. So here, if I would go to a set, so if I go here to text, as you can see here, I have my max width, I have my padding, and then the margins, so it's centered. And now here, that's it. So this component will just render any HTML here easy. So I can, anywhere else, I can just add this and it will just work. If we need to change something, we can just do a class, and this will automatically resolve all the conflicts. So as you can see here, the text is now all red. So I find this pretty neat. It's very clean and it's very composable. Although in this case, in our component, I would not reach to another wrapping div here. I'll just put everything here, but I guess that's just an improvement that we can make. So that's a bit of a rundown on how we use components on Statamic projects. Let me know if you have any questions under the comments and I'll be happy to answer. Thanks.